Hey everybody, Elle here, playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and today we're taking a look at the new Hades Cup event. This is the very most difficult content that they've released so far. They've set it at 5-star difficulty, but this time they actually mean it. This is not like one of those other 4 or 5-star difficulty events that they said was going to be difficult, but kind of turned out to be a walk in the park. You're not going to be able to bring your typical Keyblade setups and just steamroll through the whole thing. There are a bunch of quests in here that will most likely require you to go back to your inventory and tweak your Keyblade setups. Maybe look for some old medals that you haven't used in a while, because they will fit a specific situation. I'll show you what I mean by that in a bit. But you're going to want to go back and tweak. It's going to be worth the effort because the rewards are really great this time. You can get one of each upgrade stone, the power, speed, and magic. You can also get some broom servants, magic mirrors. You can get a Mickey and Brooms and a couple of Moonstones or Lunar Gems, the ones that are used for upgrading your reverse Proud Mode Keyblades. And the big news this time is you can also get 6,000 jewels for completing this event. There are 1,000 jewels locked behind quest number 10, and then 5,000 more behind quest number 15. So a total of 6,000 if you're able to clear the whole thing. And here we're at quest number 1. We're already looking at a level 400 Behemoth, and then they gradually get more difficult. So second one is a level 450 Possessor Swarm, and then we get a level 500 Wily Bandit, and so on. And I won't run all 15 quests here for you guys, but I'll start on quest number 10. You can see this is when the background of the Olympus Coliseum changes from the sunny day to this ominous purple sky with some flames in the background. This is their way of telling you things are going to get serious from here on out. So we're looking at a level 825 Heat Saber. And for this one, we're going to bring my Moogle of Glory. And we'll take a friend, Sephiroth. So they really want you to have some EX medals, especially the most recent one, the Sephiroth. So you have one of each color enemy. The blue one is the most tricky because he actually has the 2 tiers of general defense buff, so he'll go down last. The 100 counter is not really a problem because we're not doing that many hits with our medals. So I don't have a reverse magic medal in my 4th slot, but that's okay. Even though that's the strongest slot in the Moogle of Glory, our other medals are strong enough here to take out the whole group. With Nominate copying Sephiroth in slots 2 and 3, we build up the buffs really quickly. Okay, and quest number 11, we have a level 850 Witch Bomber. And for this one, we're gonna do something a little bit different. I think we'll bring this. So this time I took out the 0.2 version of Kairi and replaced her with the old illustrated Kairi. This one I have double cast on, so I can get plus 6 tiers of general attack buff, because you can see these archers, and there are 3 of them, and they have a really low count, so an AoE buffer is not going to be good. It's going to count them down too fast. And these 3, I think one will poison you, one will paralyze you, and one will sleep you. With no RNG, those are 100% proc rate, so that's why we want a single target buffer, so we don't unnecessarily count down those timers. But with Nominee and Sephiroth using even though it's on a 2.2 multiplier slot going into a 2.4 slot, that's still plenty. We don't even need to use our friend medal if we can avoid getting that counter attack from those 3 archers. Okay, next one, Quest 12. We're dealing with level 875 Cloud. Now this one, we're going to switch over to Fenrir, something like this. And I'm going to try this. We're going to do this without the EX medal this time. We'll do it with something like this. Now the key to this fight, if you're having trouble, is to bring a lot of general defense down. So this is -5 general defense down. This is when we start seeing some damage. With Dragon Maleficent, we're going to bring him all the way down to -7. If I had my own illustrated Terra B, I would put him here. But a shared one is just as good. You're going to want all those tiers of general defense down to be able to take him out in one turn. I think he has an attack that will paralyze you, so it might not be that great to go with a second chance strategy. But I think his paralyze might not be 100%. There might be some RNG with it, so if you want to go with a second chance strategy, you might have to just retry a few times and hope that he doesn't use the paralyzing attack. Okay, quest number 13. This is the level 900 Iron Giant. You get a Mickey and Brooms for completing this. This time we're going to switch over to a Starlight. Now this one is not going to be as fast as the other ones. This is more of an endurance fight. And I'll show you why in a bit. The key here is to bring some PSM defense up, or just even power defense up. So I have that in the form of this Cinderella SP version. This medal's not gilted, but that's okay. I'm mainly using it for the buff. And then I'm also copying that medal with Oogie here. And then my Tyree has Guard Up M 100% or DB2 Max. So with those three things, I actually should be able to survive, and that leaves me the 4th, 5th, and also 6th slot to deal damage. So I'm going to be relying on the Donald and Goofy, and then this Key Art Bond to deal damage to the Iron Giant. Now there's a little bit of RNG here. You can see he has plus 268 bars of health. There's no way that we're going to be able to one turn or even two turn this. So that's why I said this is going to be an endurance fight. And the little bit of RNG I was talking about is the attack that he launches on the very first turn. We want him to use his one-hit attack and not his two-hit attack, because the Cinderella SP version's buff lasts for 2 turns, so it's not at its maximum potential on the first turn. Okay, we survived the first turn, and with the defense buffs rolling over, we should have 4 tiers of PSM defense together with Tyree's Guard Up M 100%. We should be good from here on out. Now if you don't have the Guard Up M 100% skill, you might need to stack even more tiers of PSM defense, or defense against power. But I like it on Tyree because having that skill on the medal that restores your gauges seems like a good fit. It's just really convenient. Not only is it going to be good here, it's also going to be really good in multiplayer. Okay, I think we just need the one more turn. And this is turn number 5. And I should point out that the reason why I chose the Cinderella SP version over another defensive medal like, let's say, Pluto B, or something like Orchestra Sora, is because the Cinderella SP version does also provide an attack buff in addition to the defense buff. So there is some attack value in the buff that she's providing. It's not 100% purely defensive. So you can see by the time I get to my Donald and Goofy, this is going to have plus 7 tiers of magic attack. And we're taking out the Iron Giant on the 5th turn. Okay, quest number 14. This is another endurance fight, level 950 enemy. And this time we're going to switch over to my level 25, Stroke of Midnight. We're going to use a similar strategy. We're going to use Cinderella SP version. We're going to copy her. And then Tyree is also going to be there. But this time we'll use Sephiroth. And I believe for this one, I think I also brought a friend Sephiroth. So even though it's only a plus 25 blade, I only have a 2.5 slot, that's okay. We should be fine for this. The RNG in here is going to be in the status attacks. So we'll see here in a bit. So right now we only have 2 tiers of PSM defense with the guard up and 100%. And we barely survive with just 22 HP. And here comes the RNG. So we hit with Paralyze, or Paralysis. And hopefully we can continue to build our defenses. This one's a little bit tricky. You have to balance your defensive capabilities without sacrificing too much damage, because if the counter runs too low on one of these cats, I forgot which one it was, they'll actually heal everybody. So you want to make sure you have a good level of damage output to kind of at least outpace the heal. One of our defensive middles got skipped over, so I think next turn we'll only have 3 tiers of PSM defense, but that should be okay because we're down to just the one enemy. Red metal got skipped that time. Maybe 1 or 2 more turns. Now this is kind of dangerous because the counter is at 1, so after I use my friend metal, the enemy will get a turn, and then after that he'll get his normal turn. So here's the counter attack, followed by the enemy turn. But luckily, with the defensive skill and the 4 tiers of PSM defense, we're okay. Actually, if you're short on gauges on that very last turn, if you know you have enough to KO, you don't even have to activate those Cinderella SP and the copy medal. Okay, let's go back to the event. Quest number 15, the very last one. This is the one for 5,000 jewels. For this one, I also went back to the Moogle of Glory. But this time, we're going to need a medal with second chance, so that's on my VV here. Again, even though I'm kind of wasting or just putting a utility medal on that highest slot, that's okay, because everything else will kind of pick up the slack. So again, we're bringing the old illustrated Kari because she's a single target buffer. And I'm going to bring a friend Sephiroth again. And we want that single target buffer because we have archers here again. So this is another fight, and we can't afford to get poisoned, sleeped, or paralyzed. So we have to just rely on that single target buffer. And then we can take out the archers. And here, we're down to 2 enemies. Now the one on the left, I forget the name, but we're going to want to use our burst here. We want to make sure that he goes down because if you leave him up, even though you have second chance, he does have a paralyzing attack, and using the burst is the only way to kind of avoid that RNG. Now, as long as second chance cube rocks here, we're good. And we can take him down from about 100 and plus 179 HP bars. And that's it, quest number 15 in 2 turns. Now obviously this is made so much easier with access to EX medals, whether most importantly your own, and also a friend's. If you don't have access to those things, then you're going to have to play a lot more defensively, stacking a bunch of PSM defense buffs, but definitely whenever you hit a stage with one of those archers, you want to make sure you can take him out before their counter hits 0, because that's just too much RNG to deal with all 3 statuses, poison, paralysis, and sleep together. That's going to make it super difficult to survive, because even if you have second chance, those kind of stick with you after you get revived. So it's not a clear solution to that problem. You're going to need to take them out as quickly as possible, and then maybe play super defensively, stack at least 5 tiers of PSM defense, or even more. And hopefully you have defense boosts, at least defense boost 2 max, DB, or defense boost 3, 4, and that'll help you finish these quests, and hopefully you can get the 6,000 jewels. Good luck to everyone trying this event. Hope you guys do well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.